Hey, it's Jack here. We're back in Ely, Nevada. Today we're going to take a train ride.
And we're also going to check out the Nevada Northern Railroad Museum.
Let's go ahead and hop aboard and check things out. I just found out we're supposed to have a steam train ride. However, due to mechanical issues, we'll be riding in a diesel train engine. And not a problem. Still be a fun ride. Well, I went and picked up my ticket. We're all ready to go here, just waiting for the train to come down the track.
Thank you.
We're going to come back here and take a seat. They do have a souvenir stand at the back of the train. We're boarded the train. Looks like the last of the passengers are getting on.
You're stepping back in time, as the Nevada Northern is one of the best preserved turn-of-the-century railroads, and as such is designated a National Historic Landmark. We are currently sitting on the old main line that came into Ely back in 1906, and today we'll be backing out to East Ely Junction, where we will take the old bypass around town before heading up Robinson Canyon towards the mine the railroad was built for.
They've got everything all ready to go. We came up through the track here, off to our left. We backed up, they switched tracks, and we're going straight ahead.
Today we are being pulled by Alco RS-3, number 109, built in November of 1950 for Kennecott's Ray Mines in Arizona. She was transferred here to the Nevada Mines in 1970 with 1,600 horsepower. She is an upgraded version of Alco's RS-2 with refinements over her sister, RS-2, number 105.
And that's the Hotel Nevada, opened in 1929. It was once the tallest building in the entire state of Nevada. It still holds that title in Ely.
Directly above us there is America's Loneliest Highway, Highway 50. And here we go. We're going to be entering a tunnel. They said keep all hands and arms inside the train because it's very tight. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah, we're reaching the other end of the tunnel. And now we're outside.
Turns out there's a second tunnel right after the first. I didn't catch it on the way in, but you'll get a better look at it when we head back. Not sure what this old shack was used for, maybe a maintenance shed or line shack, but it's a reminder of how hands-on railroading used to be.
Back at the rail car, they have snacks and souvenirs. Got some books here, train whistles, they have hats up here. Want some pop or some water, they've got all that available as well.
As we round the bend here, there's a newlywed shack. It was hard to catch the narration on this in the train. However, they referred this as the newlywed shack.
Now, this is a mock town they set up, and they said this is the bandits' hangout. And they found put this up here so they could have a convenient place to rob the train, but they're not always home. So don't know if we're going to have a train robbery or just parked here for a moment. We will find out shortly. Also to point out over here, we've got a faux I'm going to say it's a faux graveyard, but we do have a headstones there. We heard 2 train whistles. That means we're going to be moving forward. And we're doing a flip around here on the Y. We can see we came in on this track over here off to the right. I'll be turning around and heading back down this track here. Look out the window here. We can see that switch for the Y as we come up to it here. So we've turned around on the Y. We're heading back to Ely now.
And looking out the window on Highway 50, someone's zooming by on a single-wheel electric board. There's a helmet, high-vis gear, moving right along. Well, coming up here, blink and you'll miss it. There's going to be some mine cars down here. Not sure what this building used to be. Looks completely abandoned. But hey, upon further review, it is for sale. So if you like it, check it out. On the ride out, the narrator pointed out these colorful rock formations as being a mine. I didn't catch the full story at the time, but the colors made it worth the second look.
Right there, that's where they used to store the dynamite outside of town, in that concrete vault right there for the miners. It was their TNT dynamite storage right there. As we come around the bend here, we'll get to see that tunnel we're going to go through. And here comes that tunnel. And up here is the second of the 2 tunnels. Well, as we hit the tunnel, it's going to be very dark, so I'll go ahead and shut the camera off, and we'll turn it on the other side. And we come out the other side, heading back to Ely. Now it just announced over the speaker that they're backing into the machine shop where the tour will be. And then for anybody who doesn't want to take the tour, they'll be going back to the depot. But we're going to be getting off to do that tour of the machine shop.
For passengers who want to take a tour of the machine shop, they drop this off up here. Everybody else is going back to the station. We're going to go walk around, take a tour of the machine shop.
That's right.
Number 40 is our most famous steam locomotive and was delivered new to the Nevada Northern in July of 1910. 40 was built to handle the Steptoe Valley Flyer between Ely and Coburg, as well as service between Ruth and McGill. 40 pulled the last flyer on July 31st, 1941, before being placed into storage. 40 returned to service in 1956 and operated sporadically until about 1964. 40 was donated by Kennecott along with the railroad in 1984 and then pulled the first excursion train in 1987, weighing in at 68.7 tons with 23,100 pounds of tractive effort.
Well, the tour kind of became a question and answer session. I wanted to roam around, which they allowed us to do. Just said, watch your step, look out where you're going. That's what I'm doing here, and just checking everything out. This is the Doodle Bug, and currently they're using this on their early morning runs up and down the line. And the Doodle Bug is from 1930. And right here they've got a plaque about it. You can freeze frame your screen and read all about it for yourself. Well, as the sign says, rotary snowplow. We'll walk up front here. I already know what we're going to see, but This is pretty impressive. Yeah, this is used on the track to plow the snow and clear it away. And that is from 1907, made by Cook Works, November 1907, American Locomotive Company. Right here, this is a wrecking crane car. They got the crane on the back of the car here. There's one big crane right there. Engine that just took us down the track, coming back into the machine shop here. We're gonna hear that horn saying it's coming forward. 2 tones means forward. That was cool walking through the machine shop, watching the engine come in. We're gonna head up to the depot, check that out. Check out the gift shop. Let's go ahead. Well, we made it back to the depot. Go inside the museum. This room used to be the photography room. Now it's part of the museum. There's an old scale in the dark room. And on the opposite wall is this calendar from June 83. No dates are marked, so they don't know when the railroad actually shut down. Down the hall is a storeroom, still packed with vintage office supplies. It's like they just walked out and left. And this is the telegraph office. You see the Morse keys right there. Got the old Royal typewriter as well. And the most important office in any facility is the payroll office. This is where the checks get processed, probably written by hand and or typed out. That brings us into this office here. This is the general superintendent's office. Got the big desk in the corner there for a big job. And this last room here has some old school copiers. I think most of these predate the use of toner. Well, as we come in the gift shop, we see some of the same stuff we saw on the train earlier. See the stuffed animals here. Over here, they've got some cookie cutters and so forth down here. If you want to build yourself a wood model train, you can do so right there. Well, if you like magnets, they've got plenty of magnets over here. Over here, they've got their wine glasses. They got some shot glasses. Got some beer mugs and some travel mugs right down here. And they have various t-shirts for sale as well. I couldn't capture this while riding the train because we went by a little bit too quickly, but they did mention that these wigwags were restored by American Restorations, the TV show on History Channel. Well, I hope you enjoyed this walk-around tour of the Northern Nevada Railroad Museum and taking that train ride up the tracks there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.